there was a research study that showed that, let's say you and I are in a relationship, and you like movies and I like movies. And every time we go to the movie, we have a good time. That's a good date. We enjoy it. We feel better about each other. And that's a pretty much of a surefire way of feeling closer together, okay? So, and I call you and I say, oh, guess what? It's playing tonight. Let's sneak off and go to the movie. Let's go to the movie. So I initiate a movie date with you. Well, I like the movie, you like the movie, we like the movie, we come out of it. Does that move the ball forward? Yes, a little. But the fact that I already like the movie doesn't make it much of a sacrifice and doesn't make as big of an impression as if it would if I, on the other hand, don't like movies, but I know you love movies, and I am going to call you and initiate going to the movie at a sacrifice to me, at a cost to me, so that there is absolutely no doubt in your mind that I'm doing this because I want to please you. What research shows is when you have an act of sacrifice, that you make a movement toward your partner at a cost to you. It's not something that you would ordinarily do, but it's so clear that you're doing it for your partner. That, according to research, strengthens your commitment and predicts happiness and stability. Now, isn't that interesting?
That's fascinating, and I can see just a little bit of a hazard here. So let me see if I can express my reservation here,
Okay.
which is the only problem is if it becomes one-sided and one partner is doing this all the time, they might feel like they're doing all the giving. And
Yeah.
once in a while, the partner maybe should respond by saying, she's willing to go to a football game with me. And what can I do to maybe help show that I am willing to make a little bit of a sacrifice and do something that she really enjoys? Maybe I should go shopping with her more often or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but you are very smartly pointing out an inherent flaw that can happen. And I think what you're describing is you have to be careful of quid pro quo or tit for tat, or you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. And I'm only going to scratch your back because then maybe you'll wake up and turn around and scratch mine. So if I go to enough movies or football games or whatever with you, then you might come over and do shopping. The problem with that is your brain knows the difference. Your brain knows that's not altruism, that's not generosity, that's not sacrifice, that's not being a good partner. That's more about manipulation, or what we used to call codependency. You're giving to get. And when you give to get, there's strings attached. And nobody likes that kind of giving. If you've ever had someone giving you something and you think, what's the cost? You know there's a string attached. And so I'm glad you brought up this question, because that type of, that truly isn't a sacrifice. It's much more self-serving than sacrifice. So the motivation, the motivation has to be because I am committed to being a good partner, and it is my core value, it is my value, and therefore I'm going to be the very best partner I can be regardless of how my partner's acting. Now, I wouldn't stay and let you abuse me. I wouldn't stay and let you mistreat me and ignore me and neglect me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm basically saying you are responsible for the kind of partner you become. That's what you have to live with. That's what you have to think about when you go to bed at night. I often say to my clients, don't let someone else decide what kind of person you're going to be. Don't let your partner decide what kind of partner you're going to be. You've got to look back on that, and you've got to live with that. you can be the very best partner and that doesn't work, you'll know you've done your best.